lost to them last time around. They took out Royal Spartans, despite the fact that they lost to them last time around. Omit GT do not care about history. All they care about is the present. And right now, here in the present, it's time for our grand finals.
Well, here it goes. So far, so good as everybody throws their bodies into this. And oh, I'm not going to lie to you, that is going to be very confusing coloring for the rest of this game. But we will deal with that as time goes on. But keep an eye right now. Mythic's just trying to fight back on this P1.
Yeah, definitely turn 2, but it's not going to happen here. Omit GT going to win the first wave of gunfights and the early control over this hard point. We look back towards the last 4 hard points played from Omit. They've won every single one. And a big reason for that is a roaming sub presence. Johnny, and in particular Standy, have been running riot on maps over the last few matches. And that's going to be a couple of players that Mission Magpies will want to shut down. 6-0 start out of Johnny. Now make it 7-0. He just heard me.
It's not a great start for them. And of course, you can see they're already setting up for the next as well. Slow for the Magpies, but they haven't played today, so maybe it's to be expected. Whereas over GG, they played 10 maps of high-level Call of Duty just to get here.
Now, Omit are definitely warmed up coming into this. Phenomenal start from Johnny at 9-2. Now Omit starting to be isolated towards the hard point here. Arsty's fair amount to do. Having help inside the hard point, but both of those players will get shut down, and Mission Magpies find their way through here. Back 30 seconds, the Mission Magpies can definitely win if they hold these through. The problem is those split spawns now starting to come through. You're facing pressure on both sides of the hard point. You've alleviated some of it on one side, but Johnny is piecing. Doesn't matter what weapon he has in his hand right now, he's doing it all.
Well, still a little bit of a trade going down. It will go the way of Omit GG in the end. And now for the Magpies, seriously behind as they head towards the P3. Brack has been maybe one of the star players for Omit GG, really cutting people down everywhere they go and slaying so heavily already on the side of Omit.
Omit have been so good at the start of these hard points. This hill has been actually a hill, I think, what we saw Vault Hardpoint played earlier on, where they deceptively managed to steal a lot of time away from Royal Spartans. So they could definitely do it again on this hard point if the setup is right. Great play call as well on towards the one in the middle of the map. Mythics look to be causing some issues, but flanking play from Standy will deal with him. Standy also finding value on the wraparound too. Mission Magpies might have found a little bit of value towards the point, but very quickly Henry finds himself isolated. Omit GG again doing such a good job as a roster trying to deal with Mission Magpies off this point.
And that is an unfortunate team kill because they were on a roll. I wonder how much more power Omit GG is going to put into this one. And already looked very good in the respawns in the last series. Haven't really slowed down. For the side of Mission Magpies, this rotation could mean everything to them.
You've already got one player isolated. It's a good effort from Mission Magpies there to try and flip the map in your favor. But at no point in that hard point did it ever feel like they were ever going to do it. How about this for a situation here? Omit, 50 points to the good, in full control of a hill that they've shown they're very good at holding time and time again. Now you're starting to see these roaming subs really heat up in this game. Standy will get shut down. Now Brack will start to feel the heat just a little bit, but if you can find any value before you lose your life, that's great. You've let one player slip the net in the form of Mythics, but surely they'll be able to deal with him, and they will. Mission Magpies at the moment, they are trying to get players in these positions, but every single time that they do, they are being shut out.
There's just no silver lining. Mythics will find 2, but it's 2 where the rest of your team tries to pile on behind. And my goodness, could they do with some points? Seriously lacking here, the Magpies. Different day, different gravy.
Just look at the slaying discrepancy between these two teams right now. Johnny on his second big spree in the game. He started on an 8 spree, now on a 7 spree as we get ourselves into our second set of rotations here, Bryce. 100-point difference or so between these two teams. The players that have been going off for Mission Magpies the entirety of this tournament so far, the likes of Harry, the likes of Mythics, just not here. 5-13 from Harry, known as Lucifer in this game, is not good enough, and Johnny just continues to tear through the opposition. 9 spree for him. How much more damage can he do?
Well, about all of it, because there is no stopping him. 24-5. And right now, Mission Magpies, almost their mission is going to be, can we get out of the 100-point club? Because this is embarrassing.
Are these your champions? Say Omit GG. The advantage just continues to grow. And it's getting to the point now where it feels insurmountable. Mission Magpies here doing everything that they can, but I don't really think that that's a hell of a lot already here. Looking towards the rotation, players isolated. All of a sudden, Harry left up all on his lonesome. Stanley now the one to start to streak out. Players spawning out on the other side of the map. Mission Magpies looking down the barrel of one of the worst scorelines we've seen the entirety of the weekend. Boys, it's grand final. You got to wake up.
Yeah, this is getting a little bit embarrassing. Eventually get over 25 points. But looking to get to 160. And they are going to need to really turn this game around and somehow shut down Johnny. 28-7. Well, that says basically everything for it as well. Johnny just won't die.
Finally, Johnny does get shut down. Finally, something to talk about positively for Mission Magpies here. This would have to be the start of one of the best comebacks we've ever seen in a single game of Challengers. Stanley's still looking to do some damage towards the scrap time, though. And even in towards scrap time, the Mission Magpies do not get a moment of reprieve here. I look towards the rotation, and well, I think primarily you've got to start taking Johnny out of the play. There's no way Johnny wins this gunfight. Please don't let Johnny win this gunfight. He is doing ridiculous things at the moment, putting Mission Magpies on skates. And I was going to say, step number one needs to be taking Johnny out of the play and actually ensuring you do something towards this rotation, because last time you did nada. And even now, they are not prepared to push through. They don't feel comfortable to do so.
I don't really know what's going on with the Magpies. Made their way here last night and yet somehow have apparently still failed to turn up to the grand final. 175-58. Omit GG are burning them out of Vault over and over again. And while they're now getting a few trades going, it's only a few trades.
Finally, something to talk about. Finally, Mission Magpies seem to have woken up here. Is it too late, though? You're down by over 100 points. The deficit is stamming. Henry's trying to do the thing that is correct, which is to try to push through and flip their spawns out, but you've also got to kind of balance at the same time, getting what time you can off of B3. The former of those two things has gone awry. Henry is out of the play, and now you've also lost the latter. Mission Magpies, I mean, they are flailing at the moment. You're hoping for some kind of individual play, and I was going to say there for a second, it looks like maybe Mythics might be able to reduce it towards the next hill, but that just does not happen. Omit GG now in control of Nu.
The Magpies would need just a colossal effort, really. They would have to break this now, get in and lock it down, because it's going from bad to worse. They just haven't had the rotations where they needed them. And Stanley's looking to get even more kills to his name. Realistically, minimum on this team is like a 2.0 KD at the second, and there's no good words. There's nothing to say as a positive other than Omit GG are outclassing the Magpies in every single aspect.
Just by the way, just as an aside here, small aside, Johnny, 36-11. This guy is absolutely peeing on the opposition. Johnny even finds a double there, as Omit looks to do even more damage off the back of this hard point. Mission Magpies at this point, the objective is not to get 100 point club. You won't be able to do so off the back of this time, so gonna have to send it towards the next rotation. Johnny just 2 kills shy of a 40 bomb in this game, and he is not even done yet. Now on the hunt for more kills. RST has now been an absolute force for Omit, and now Johnny will find the 2 kills inside you. Mission Magpies' effort there to translate from one kill to another has gone awry. Omit continue to burn through them.
He's trying to find his way back into it as well as they get slightly closer to that 100-point mark. As tries to get everything moving forward, and Henry just caught out, but still manages to gun Johnny down there as well. And a couple of kills around P1. Might be able to get some time going down, but Stanley looking for 2 and not going to get it. Bance will lock that one, but they've been around it for a while. No time.
Yeah, I think they're very cautious about the fact that Omit are going to go at them at any given moment, and this is the moment right here. Brack on the hunt for these kills. Perhaps just a little bit too aggressive there from Brack. We'll end up getting the gunfight regardless. That's just how things are going at the moment here for Omit. Actually spotted out another target as well, and Brack is so damn confident right now. He is winning every single fight possible. Might as well send yourself for the last 4 seconds here, but again, feels like an inevitability at this point. Omit are just 36 points away from victory here in this game. One good break and hold will do it. It's a solid start towards this hill for Mission Magpies. They get the majority of the gunfights.
Oh, if they can somehow hold this entire hill, there is a snowball's chance. It's going to be very difficult, though. The pressure's still going to mount here. Omit GG just looking for any opportunity. And that's what they've been doing all game long. And Mythics will fall as well. Pressure mounting. Johnny going to be on the flank. He's cutting people through the front as well. They know the spawn out is going to be here as Lucifer looks for one, but he knows he's going to be outnumbered. And there's just not enough trades there from the Magpies to hold off Omit.
just once again, Omit just doing such a good job as a team at the moment at getting these trades. Mission Magpies feeling a little lackluster and doing anything about it. They definitely set things up in the second half of this hard point, but that 100-point deficit that was built up early on this game just continues to bear down upon them. It doesn't help that Omit continue to have streak after streak after streak. Johnny's been on a couple in this game. I think he's probably been on 3 or 4, if I'm honest. Danny also in the mix, as is Brack now as well. Everybody is having their moment here in this game for Omit. They want to make a statement in the first game of this grand final. It feels like they might well have done it here, but Mission Magpies at the very least do have somewhat of control. Predator missile coming down from the heavens is going to put a stop to them here for the moment, but again, it is only for a moment.
I'm actually more curious to see whether or not Johnny will hit this 50 bomb. Not a million miles away. Might actually happen. Bance will take him down for just a few seconds before he can do any more. Arsenis to the rescue. Back into the point, and they know they can just bleed this time out now, even with a few seconds left to go. Johnny waiting for another one towards the middle here. He's going to hit 49, but I don't know if there's going to be any more players for him to kill. Johnny, go for it. Go for the 50. He's got the 50 bomb here. Opening hard points. Omit GG sweep the Magpies away. And the Mission Magpies did fight back about halfway through. Unfortunately, nowhere near enough. As Johnny drops a 50 bomb on Volt hardpoint.
Just feels unfair. It really does feel unfair having Johnny on your team. The form that he is on right now. An MVP level performance he's given out over the last couple of series, and he's doing it here again in this grand final. What a start from Omit. And I mean the start very clearly. At the beginning of that game, it was a 100-point advantage and growing. And Mission Magpies could do nada. They were not